Hi my friends, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to talk to you today about some of the common pitfalls that older adults face when learning to play the piano. And maybe these are some areas that you recognize yourself with, or just as a way to prevent some of these pitfalls from happening. But before I get into that, if you could please hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. So I have been a piano teacher for over 30 years. I began playing the piano when I was 7. I'm now 52. I've also taught elementary school music for 23 years. And during the course of that time, I have taught many older adults to play the piano. And it's an exciting time because for so many of them, it's been a lifelong dream that they've wanted to pursue. They just haven't had time. They've been raising a family, they've had a career, and now maybe they're semi-retired or fully retired and they have this time available. So that's a wonderful thing. What I want to say about time is prioritize your time. Make the best use of your time. Even when you're retired, you still have to be on a schedule. So just like with my students who are in elementary school and in high school, I sit down with them and I go through their schedule and I say, okay, what time of day or times of day is best for you to practice? Is it in the morning? Is it in the afternoon? Is it right before bed? What is going to work best for you? So I would suggest keeping that schedule for yourself every day so that the day doesn't get away from you and get filled up with a whole bunch of other activities, and then you get to the end of the day and think, well, I didn't have time to practice, right? That can easily happen for us. The second thing, and this goes along with time management, is to stay consistent in your practicing. I have a friend who is a prominent doctor in my area. He has a very active career as a doctor. He's very busy. He's involved in multiple projects in the community, and yet he still makes time every day to practice. He spends 30 minutes a day practicing the piano. Now that may not seem like a lot, but over the course of several years now, he is now playing the piano at an advanced level. He did take lessons when he was young, as a child, about 5 years worth of lessons. So he just picked that up, and he's now playing beautiful pieces, beautiful classical music and other styles as well. And it's all just comes down to, he says, sometimes I have to even divide up that 30 minutes. I have to do 10 minutes here or 20 minutes here. I can't get it all quite in at the same time. And then he also devotes a little bit more time on his days off, on the weekends, to practice. He said he didn't want to wait till retirement because with retirement, other things creep in and sometimes we don't always have that opportunity. He says there's no better time than the present to do what you want to do because we never know, right? No day is promised to any of us. So he is a big inspiration to me, and I use him a lot with my older adult students in helping them to say, hey, if he can do it, you can do it. You can make time to practice. The third thing, and I think this is probably the most important thing, most important pitfall to remember, is to avoid perfectionism. And by this I mean that many older adults start, they're super excited, right? And then they realize that they can't play Moonlight Sonata in 2 months' time after their first lesson. And they get discouraged. They realize that it is really a long haul process of staying consistent with that day-to-day practice. So at all costs, avoid comparing yourself to someone else, especially someone who's been playing music all their lives, right? You're just starting and you're just learning, and you have to take it in steps. You build upon those steps and you get better and better. It's like anything else that we learn how to do. So avoid comparing yourself, avoid feeling like, oh, I'm not playing as well as so-and-so, or I've had just so many older adults get really down on themselves. Like, I wish I could play better. And I just can't stress that enough. To avoid that perfectionistic complex, throw it out the window and just focus on what you're able to do. Celebrate that. Know that you're making progress. Be happy with the progress that you're making. I think as adults, we often want instantaneous results, right? Everything in our world is instantaneous. And that just doesn't happen when playing a musical instrument. Now, I will say, like, when I said you can't play Moonlight Sonata in 2 months' time, that's true. But there are, like, simplified versions of Moonlight Sonata that if you're really eager to play that you probably could play, that wouldn't be in the key of C sharp minor. So there are ways to work around it. But don't be hard on yourself. It's so amazing that you're doing this. And keep pursuing your dream. Don't give up just because you're not as good as so-and-so, okay? It takes time. It takes a lot of effort and energy, and you can do it. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope this has been a good pep talk for you to keep going and don't give up. Thank you so much.